Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Coming with another video as always. Just want to see. I forgot the day, Juneteenth. Ain't the day Juneteenth? So for all the people in the world, how my slaves doing? I can't say it. Y'all not slaves, but everybody's slaves. I was one too. I just didn't know it. The sad part is, the world was slaves, right? But I was a slave within a slave. I didn't know. It's like we knew there was a matrix, but it's like they said we're gonna go one step further with her. We're gonna throw her in the underworld underneath the matrix. Like, how did that happen? Okay, I have to joke. I gotta joke. I gotta joke. Oh God, they really was like, you get a slave, you get a slave. I'm making our ancestors proud. Just know that, okay? They love us. They love, okay? They love me. Now, I gotta mess around with y'all. I gotta mess around. I know. Y'all feeling some type of way. But guess what, world? We all niggas. It's crazy. It is what it is. Ooh, I can feel some heat. Ooh, wee. Go cool off. If you still got a refrigerator, you know they didn't have that back then, right? Go get inside of it. It's weird, right? Ain't it amazing how I can really feel the energies off of it? People feel some type of way. How you gonna laugh at it? How you gonna feel some type of way about our ancestors? You know, it's amazing how this world is. So many people saying they free, but you're not. I know y'all like, but I am free. I can do whatever I want whenever I want. Okay, cool. All right. So, do you dabble in the makeup business? Do you dabble in the cosmetic business of body? What about the food business? You know, that either you're overeating. This is slavery, okay? I'm gonna show you how everybody in the world's a slave to something. Do you overeat? Do you wear makeup? Do you change your body? What else? Are you slave to the entertainment world? What about people's opinions? What about being better than someone? What else? Control. Slave to your brain. Slave to an image. Slave to a personality. Slave to materialistic things. A slave to time. A slave to love. Everybody's slave to something. You understand me? I need y'all to understand that. Everybody's slave. Everybody's addicted to something in this world. What about church? You got the ones that got to get up to church every single day. They'll stop all their plans to make sure they're at church. You know, you're a slave to church. You're a slave to something. Everyone in the world. You still don't believe it? Go look at your phone and pay attention to what you stare at the most. Everyone got a phone or technology or something in this world, right? Go see what you stare at the most. They'll tell you what you're a slave to. How many of y'all connected there? You understand me? Okay, so Juneteenth ain't just about blacks, as not always. It's not just about the color black. yes, in one sentence of it is the freedom of black people, but technically, y'all didn't become free. Y'all just the chain. Let's pretend the bands of chains. The chain was broken off, but you still was a slave to someone. You was just how they call them, a house nigga. You was able to do stuff the other folks wasn't able to do, but you was still out there. Everybody slave to something. I always tell y'all, work and all. Right? It is what it is. But it's time to break truly free. Want to know how to break free from it? Loving yourself. Then you don't feel like somebody's controlling your emotions. You don't feel like somebody controlling your opinions. You actually going out in this world with true, genuine love. So that means that everyone out there you communicate in your surroundings, in your aura, you're going to treat them with love, with respect. You understand? You ain't going to be out here on no dumb time mess. You really going out here to provide happiness in the world, because you have no need to be a slave to anger, to depression, to anxiety, to loneliness, all of those things. See, you want to know the first original way of slavery is your emotions. Once someone got control of your emotions, shucks, you a slave forever. You know that, right? But if you're gonna be a slave to something, you might as well be slave to true happiness, true love. See, that's the difference. And I don't want to say the word slave, but it's a person. I don't want to look at it in a tense of somebody like a master, someone beating you up and tearing you down and stuff like that. But we're all gonna be addicted to something. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, let's get that. Let's get it out here. You're going to be addicted to something. That's just life. Okay, but if you're gonna be addicted to something, be addicted to the light within you. That light, that energy, be addicted to that, because that knows how to control everything else. It knows how to go out here and provide the amount of emotions, energy towards whatever you need in the world. It will attract the right things to you. So when you're getting beat up by life, because life going to go through its emotions and stuff, you know how to handle it. Okay? You know how to handle it. Life's going to happen. That's just period. That's on life. Life is going to happen. Okay? But if you know how to zone in on this, then when life hits you, it's like, it ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I'm good. It ain't going to break you down. It ain't going to tear you down. You might sniff a little bit and be like, okay, I'm good. I got it. I'm all right. Y'all see how I go with my emotions. Y'all see me join in and acknowledge it. But I also let go of it. You understand? That's just life. I have addiction. I do. It's love. It's love. My addiction is love. If y'all ain't caught on to that by now, okay. My addiction is love. I think it's one of the best addictions to have. It's the best addiction to have. Alright, I ate some chips, but my face looked like it got bigger off of one of them. Okay, my bad. I'm looking at my face, I'm like, dang, I just ate a bag of chips. Okay, maybe I got two addictions. We ain't gonna talk about that one, okay? That's the other side of me. I gotta please it some type of way. But I have control. I do have control. But yes, love is my addiction. I love love, okay? That's why when it comes to everyone in the world, don't matter what you do, I still love you, but you still gotta go through what you gotta go through. You understand? It's like that. But the good beauty about love that I had to learn is I had to know how to control the love that's within me. So that means I have to acknowledge that, okay, if I'm going to go around this person, this person gonna tear my behind up. Not so much physically, meaning like they're gonna try to come, they're gonna ask me for a 20, knowing I only got a 5, but my behind gonna figure out where to get this other 15. That type of thing. How many of y'all, when someone asks you for something, knowing you ain't got that much, but you'll go figure out how to come up with the amount just to make sure they happy? That type of beating. Man, shucks. Dang. It is lonely, man. It's lonely. And sometimes I just want somebody, to hug or hold on. Okay. So I know you feeling like you just want somebody to hug you right now, but that one is a touchy feely. You can't be around that one. Okay. Maybe you can go to your cousin or something. Maybe you can just ask your cousin to get a hug, because that's family. But that one over there, if you go over there and you get a hug from that one, they're gonna want more out of it. You understand? It's like that. You got to know what level of love you have to put out, because that if you whatever your addiction is, you got to know, okay, hold on, I got to be mindful of this addiction, because I want something, but I got to remember that person wants something too. Love is love, no matter how you look at it. Okay? Some people, love is greed. They're stingy. They just want to take. Okay? So their love for something is stronger. See, this is the thing about love. Love is not just an emotion. It's not just a feeling. It could be the love of money. It could be the love of materialistic things. It could be love of people. It could be love of flowers. It could be love of food. Just like I said with food. Okay? I have to understand that, okay, I love food. Okay? So I have to be mindful, all right, I can't put too much love into that, because if I do, then I'm going to get overweight. And I got to be careful, because it's going to beat me up. It's going to tear my system up. Okay? Like, I got to be mindful. Like, I can give it some love, but I can't give it too much of me, because then it's going to tear my behind up. This back is already big, and we don't need a bigger back. But we got this. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. But then there's sometimes we got to put more love into something. So say, for example, me eating, I got to be mindful, right? So maybe I need to go outside and walk a little bit longer or whatever. Or maybe go to the gym. See, sometimes you got to provide a little extra more love into something. That's like going to the gym. It's going to hurt. Oh, it's going to tear your behind up. The next day you ain't going to know how to walk. But you're putting the right amount of love, because sometimes you got to put so much love into something that you got to feel the pain from it. See, sometimes you're going to have to be that slave to your life and allow that life to be the master of you, so that you can be able to understand the pain you're going through. You understand? So sometimes you might have to go to that gym where you got to drink that extra water. You got to eat healthier. So sometimes you're going to have to be a sucker for love. Okay? But don't get sucker punched. That's the thing. So I love everything. I love everybody. But I have to understand what amount of love I want to put out, because I know when I put that love out, that addiction, I got to be careful, because maybe what if I got to maybe what if I want weed, right? Right? I'm going to just, I'm going to try to use drugs. What if I look at weed? Weed is a natural, right? From earth. Am I saying this right? No. Am I saying this wrong? No. You understand? Because look at weed like this. For people that just want to, there's people that when they smoke weed, they put a lot of love in it, but it makes them so tired and drained that they don't even know how to function. But then you got the ones that they get into the booth and they get into that creative mode, and they put a lot of love in it, and it brings the best out of them. Then you got the ones out there that go through a lot of issues where their body shakes real bad, and because their brain is in overdrive, and they got to put a lot of love into it to calm their nerves down. So you got to know if you even need to put love into something or not. Maybe you need to put a little bit for one thing, maybe put a lot in another. Maybe you need to just hold back and just say, I'm going to love you from a distance. I might like you. So maybe, you know what, if I'm tired, if I can't sleep and I got issues where, my brain goes a lot and I need something to help me sleep, maybe I can put a little love into it, just a little bit. Am I promoting drugs? No, because a herb is a herb. Okay, remember that. Okay? Yes, it's a herb. Okay? It's a medical herb. All right? It helps save a lot of people's lives in back in time. Okay? Put it like this. A lot of people won't even be in the mental point they're at if it wasn't for that or certain psychedelics, okay? Like mushrooms. We eat mushrooms all the time, okay? Now, you need to have the right people to know how to do the dosage. It's medically wise for the ones that need it. And some people don't need it because some people, they can tap in, okay? Am I promoting drugs? No, because it's from the earth. Now, if I said this about crack, heroin, or something, then you might need to stop me. All right? That's something different. That's man-made. That's that dumb rat poison mess that they doing. Okay? Back to the subject, just for the ones that question things. Okay? What else we got out here? Like clothing. All right? Clothing. Some people have a love for clothing. You got to know, okay, if you're going to have items, are you going to utilize them? You don't want to overdo something, okay, unless you're going to really use them. But sometimes you got to love something so much, you got to let it go. That's something else about that type of love. You got to put so much love into something to know that, you know what, I love this so much, but I got to let it go. You got to get that beating. You got to get that spanking, because you don't want to part ways with memories. You don't want to part ways with things that make you remind you of your past, your history. How many of y'all have items and things in your house that remind you of different moments and events? But then you got some that remind you of different moments and events, meaning things that cause you chaos. Things that cause you anger, sadness. Sometimes you got to love yourself so much that you got to part ways with the things that may have kept you stuck in the past, holding on to old memories, hoping that they'll come back. Those are moments you're going to either have to mentally love yourself enough to mentally let go of, or physically let go of. I tell you, these days and times, we're so smart, you don't need chains to know you still could be chained to something. You understand? Think about chains, right? Chains could be like a chain. So, think of restaurants. You got a bunch of them, right? Some of them it's one name, but a bunch of them. Chain restaurants, right? What another thing when you look at a chain links a bunch or a gang beat up. A lot of y'all getting beat up because y'all are holding on to chains. And you wondering why you feel like you're being ganged up by so many memories, so many thoughts. Let it go. This is the season of let it go season. It's time to go into your house. Okay? Go in your house. If you haven't touched something in 6 months, right? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because if you cared enough about it, you would have been keeping your eyes on it. Let it go. Time to clean up shop. Time to break the chains, but so you won't go in your house and feel like somebody beating you up every day. Let go of those memories in the past. I understand you got, pictures of things. I get it. But sometimes I feel like this. Yes, you can keep the pictures and stuff, and I get that. But sometimes we got a lot of items in the house that we're hoarding on to. See, hoarders don't always mean you got a whole house full of things. It could be memories that you need to let go of. Past relationships, past situations. You're holding on to those moments like, man, remember that was my ex or whatever, man. Like, it reminded me of that moment. Well, if you moved on to somebody new, why you holding on to it? But it's my memories. It's memories of my past to remind me. Last time I checked, this is where you're supposed to have it at, because if it was that important, think of it like this. It's like a fire in a house. If it was that important, even when somebody's house or a tornado or a storm demolished something, right? And everything's gone. If it's that important, it will still be here. You understand me? But if it's not here, it was never important at all. You're just being held hostage or bound or chained to something that's holding you back. You know that trend called gang stalking is gang stalking you. It has a spirit connected to it that is holding you back. How many of y'all are in relationships and y'all holding on to y'all ex's stuff? Right? You're holding on to those things. And how many of y'all basically either about to lose a relationship because of it, or you lost relationship because of it? How can you move forward if you still holding on to the past? Shucks, every single relationship I was in, I delete, alt delete, wherever delete. There ain't no reverses, delete. I keep deleting. The only thing that I'm not going to worry about deleting is whatever, when you got kids. You can't, that would be your memory bank. Okay, but delete the things that you don't need to see. Remember the moments with them. Okay, y'all know how y'all do these pictures now. Y'all just put something on top of those faces and stuff. It is what it is. I don't need to go in the past anymore. And my thing is this: even if that person is a past and they come to the future, why do you want to hold on to those old moments? Ain't that what broke y'all up in the first place? Other than the kids now, don't do nothing to them. But I'm just saying, when it comes to these idols and things, ain't that what broke you up in the first place? If it's meant to come back, then start brand new. Because you hold on to those moments, guess what? It's going to always trigger you. You're going to always go back and keep thinking about dad. Man, I remember we went to that daggone movie theater. Oh, you remember these tickets? Yeah. We went to that movie. Yeah, I remember that movie. You talking about the one where your ex was over there behind us making those noises? You see what I'm saying? Let it go. Let it go. Start anew. Start something new. I hear somebody asking, what about if a person passed away? That's a hard one. You can think about those moments. And you can and have those thoughts, but they here. Now, if you need something to make you, I'm like this, if it's good moments, keep it. Keep anything that's good moments. But if it's something that when you look at it, it reminds you of something bad, let it go. And some people might be like, well, that what helps me to be better, because when I see these old moments and see these things, it reminds me. Well, the thing about it is this: if you already know what strength look like, right? But how do I know what strength look like? Go look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. That reminds you how to get over those situations. That. Because when you can look at yourself in the mirror, or you can touch yourself, that's enough by itself to show you got through something. You understand? You don't need to go in the past and pull up a picture to make you think about those moments, because they are already here. But the thing about it is, when you go through a process where now you leveled up, right? Now you know how they say, new level, new devil, whatever. But you in a new level. Well, every single time if something messes with you and you be like, man, I need something to remind me, look in the mirror. Remember, how do you get here if you didn't level here? Okay? That's how you do it. Don't think about the past. Focus on the moment. Okay? You're going to always remember what you need to remember. Because if y'all keep storing all this old stuff, right? And being held hostage as a prisoner, as a slave to your past, guess what? How can you understand the future? And then when you get into the future, guess what? Now your memory bank is so filled with all the slave mentality stuff that you held on to, that you don't even recognize the blessings in front of you. I was watching a video, the folks was talking about the holidays, and it was like, oh, yeah, it's Juneteenth, and I'm at work. I wonder what it's going to feel like if I take a day off. I forgot everybody dies. Ain't that by the blimp? And I can get, like, whew, I feel a lot of energy on that. Facts. 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 How would you feel? And I ain't saying that people can't have a day of fun or something. But the thing about it is this. It shows how, what's the word? Inconsiderate people are. You want a day off, but God can't have a day off. Oh, that's what you signed up for. Say it again. That's what you signed up for. Hold up. Say it again. That's what you, who? You. What are you? Who? I'm speaking to, finish the sentence. I'm speaking to, okay, you. All right. That's what you signed up for. It was in your contract. When you was applying for these jobs, it was in your contract that you have to work these days no matter what. Ain't it amazing how it's like y'all sitting back and feeling some type of way about one day, but then when it comes to Christmas, I'm supposed to sit here and just give y'all everything. Ain't that something? Why about all the other holidays? You understand? I know I'm calling everybody out. It ain't just about blacks, because whites do it. Asian, Spanish, all of them. You know, all of them. Every race goes through something, okay? Every race. Just some is televised more than others, but everybody go through something. But my thing is this. It's like, what do y'all have to go through to realize you free? What do y'all need to go through to realize y'all free? What you have to go through for a person that is in charge to be able. Alright, I'm going to start like this. For the people that are owners of companies and stuff in the world, right? What do you feel that your employees or the people that are around you need to feel like they still doing their job without taking advantage of the job? See, that's the thing in this world. Let's go back to slavery. See, the thing about it is, how many of y'all in this world, what they say, you give somebody an inch, they take a mile. How many of y'all in this world overextend or overdo things? In this world, people buy more than they need to buy. People waste stuff that they don't need to be wasted. You ain't taking care of the items that you have. Y'all have family and not even taking care of them the right way. You're not utilizing your funds the right way. You're not even using your life the right way. You understand? So it's like, how can a person be able to give out order and say, you know what? Hey, just have fun, enjoy life without putting rules down? Because without those rules and without those orders, y'all just waste things. I know you're like, well, how does got to do with slavery? Because you're a slave to the system. See, the system is created for y'all to put more energy and focus into everything else than yourselves. And you're probably like, well, I got degrees, I got jobs, I got this. Yeah, you got all of that. And then how many of y'all in heaven right now? None of y'all. None of y'all. None of y'all. Everybody in hell. Y'all do you know that? You're in hell. Right? Right. Even though you might feel like things are working out for you, but you haven't tapped in fully. When you tapped in fully, then you're appreciative of the things that you have. Then you become free. When it comes to going to work, you won't feel like a slave. When it comes to going out here in the world to do something for somebody, you won't feel like a slave. When you go out here and you buy things, you only buy what you need. You ain't going to buy all this extra stuff. So you're not going to feel like a slave to the things. And what I mean by that is, how many of y'all going out here working all these long hours, right? Just to have something to say that you're a nigga. On that note, you have a blessed day.